your point.
I don't know. I tend to wonder if they're in trouble too. I mean, they are just such the marquee franchise. So, I mean, maybe any little amount of drama because, I mean, they are like so rich and, maybe you're going to see like maybe it will be interesting, but I don't know. I mean, last season we had so much, right? We had Dorit's break-in, we had Rinna, the Aspen, Kathy. I mean, it was just like every episode was a cliffhanger, like you had to be there. I don't know. I don't see what it's going to be.
But then what do these people want? What do these, and I'm not being mean, what do listeners, what do you want? Because
well, they want Kathy. I think they want. I don't think people realize yet that Kathy Hilton is not on this season. I don't think they know that yet.
She's
If
not.
people have a life, they don't pay attention as much as we do. I think they want Kathy. I think they're okay with getting rid of Rinna, but it's like I think we're going to be seeing tweets. Episode 2, episode 3. Well, where's Kathy? When does Kathy come? Are we going to get Kathy? Kathy's not coming. Like you called it a long time ago.
And if we're and like you can't have it both ways. So right, if there's tweets like boring season, what did you think was going to happen when they got rid of like, the biggest shit stir possibly in the history of RHOBH? I mean, I don't know if anyone else was as this, I don't know. Look, I still think the door is open for the future. Like Rinna she's not Nene. She didn't sue a network. She's not Carol Razuel, who's like so not interested anyway. The door, like that part, I believe. When Andy says the door is open and the door is, I mean, I don't even know if it's 10 years. I don't think one season's going to do it, but I do think Lisa Rinna will return to RHOBH one day. Dun, dun, dun. Like
it could be. I think if this season doesn't go well, it could be next season. I mean, don't you think? I mean, I
think it's possible. Sure.
Yeah, this is their big franchise. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little nervous for him.
Speaking of franchises, I mean, did you see that RHOA had the lowest overnight ratings in the history of RHOA?
Can we discuss that sometimes you get more downloads in a month? Now, I mean, granted, it's every week, right? But still, I mean, isn't that wild to think about? Like you're kind of on par with, and the Sarah Fraser show is approaching as well, sweetie. I mean, isn't that kind of wild? 600,000 people. That is like nothing. And I wonder if that is 600,000 who actually watched live, or are we talking DVRs? Are we talking a week later?
I think it's live because like the Vanderpump ratings were like in the 2s. And then I think when people watched back and they got all that, it was into the 4s, like for the reunion. So I think 600,000 is what watched live, but that still compares normally to like the 9. So it's like, but in the history of RHOA, it's the lowest ever. That's not good.
I'm not watching this season, really. Like once in a while, if I have nothing else, but
we're on to like weird things. We're like, look, Marlo's nephew passed away in the real world. So she brought it onto the show. And now like, it didn't really have to do with the show, but like, I understand why she's so upset. And now people are saying like, you're just, once again, you're Marlo, you're trying for these moments. And we had Martell Holt with Sheree, but we know from our good friend Carlos King that Martell is filming Love and Marriage. So like he's not really, it's kind of a whole bunch of, I don't know. I just don't know. I actually like RHOA better this season than other seasons, like the past 2 seasons, but I just don't know.
Look, we need Kim Zolciak Bierman back next year, and we need Phaedra Parks, who I had heard was filming with Dubai.
Married to Medicine. She's on Married to Medicine.
Okay.
And apparently rumor is that she brought it to Married to Medicine. Listen,
she's good.
I watch Married to Medicine with 1.5 eyes closed. I only do it when I have to interview someone. I'm going to watch now. I mean, Phaedra's a Phaedra. I love Phaedra.
Yeah, Phaedra's amazing.
Speaking of Ms. Zolciak Bierman, honey.
It's getting up.
Now, here's the thing. Why are more people not glued to the like, why is this not the new Scandoval? It's so much messier. Tom cheated on Ariana with her best friend. I don't care. This is getting ugly between Kim and Kroy. Why aren't you guys glued to this shit? Why, Sarah? Why?
I don't know. I think a lot of things. Just first of all, they weren't on a television show. I think currently they weren't on a
I
show.
see.
Secondly, there is no cheating. I think we love a good cheating scandal. I think if Kroy had been or Kim had been seeing a new old big poppy or big papa in Atlanta, that would have been real juicy. There's not enough. I don't know. Scandoval took off because there's just so many different elements, right? I mean, there's so many. The show was probably ending. Amazing timing. This friend group that's all cheated on each other. They were together for 9 years. It was their best friend. They had these lightning bolt matching, necklaces. There's just so many details that like you couldn't even make up, right? Kim, this is driven by finances. And Andy's come out and said, look, he's like, every time I would run into her over the years, it was always, how are you affording what you're affording? They have 6 children together. You know how expensive children are. I mean,
I trust, no, honey, I do. That's why I have none. I'm way too selfish.
I mean, and even if you are do you know how easy it is to spend $1 million a year? Let's even say they were making $1 million from residuals and their companies. I mean, you can go through $1 million. People don't believe it, but like,
trust me.
That. Oh my God.
Honey.
Her lifestyle.
Your younger sister over here in the Hamptons understands how easy it is to spend $1 million. Trust me. I cannot even imagine
and believe
3, 4, 6 kids. No.
Even things like an in-home chef. An in-home chef is $65,000-$75,000 a year. You have to be generating a shit ton of income.
Do you know who can afford her 4 kids within her in-home chef?
Who?
Miss Dubrow can afford it. Miss Zolciak cannot. There is a difference, people. Look it up.
Yeah, so I guess no one's like shocked about Kim, right? And it is getting messy. The cops were called recently.
Police. Yeah. The police. I mean, apparently Kroy stole her handbags, which are worth $175,000, and along with her passport, and put them in the basement.
In a safe. Yep.
I mean, what then, they're saying that there was physical violence when the police were there. They were questioned by Kroy accused Kim of assaulting him, punching him in the back of the head. I mean, police had to warn them at one point, like, this is not appropriate behavior for 4 children that are upstairs sleeping or awake listening to this. This is getting ugly, no?
Very ugly. I mean, very ugly. And of course, they're both staying in that home because I'm sure where else do they have to go? I mean, and I have no idea what this